the Millennial Gaze.
Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? It's your girl May Money, and we got the homie Katie. Say what's up, Katie.
Hello, what's up?
It is
This is our first Thursday,
it's our first official Thursday.
Official Thursday, yes.
I think the last few Thursdays we did, they were at like 7:30 at night and kind of
You're
late.
You're 7:30, not my 7:30.
Yeah, like late night sessions and stuff.
Mhm.
But this is our first official Thursday. This is our so we're doing Mondays and Thursdays now. So be prepared to see us twice a week, religiously, at least, at bare minimum. You feel me? Of course, we got a new Substack article Katie just posted, hot, fresh off the press. Like the ink ain't even dry. And then we got May Money Sideshow, and we also got Katie's Corner,
which I'll probably do one tomorrow.
Yeah, and plenty to offer you guys. But today, and also me and Katie were just on Don Lemon's show. We didn't really talk today. We were more listeners and guests, and kind of engaged a little bit and hung out with the people behind the scenes and just had our conversations back there as well.
Yeah, I was definitely more active in like the Zoom chat than I was.
Totally. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's definitely nothing wrong.
I have to laugh because if they would have seen us behind the scenes at some of the clips, half the time I was just flipping off the camera.
Oh, I know. I was ready to literally throw my entire computer. I had to get up and walk away because what we're going to talk about today, you guys, is very upsetting. It's emotional. I had my moment where I literally just kind of broke. So I actually feel refreshed. I had the moment that I needed to like cry and really feel the way that I needed to feel to be able to even get on this show and present this information to you.
That was me. That was me at one point today too. I was kind of like, I'm just gonna let other people. Emotions out there.
The dam needed to break at some point, and I felt that today. So now I feel better. I feel a lot better. And clear minded for sure.
Crying feels better a lot of times, and I hate that some people are like, "Oh, crying's such a weakness."
Yeah, let that shit out, man.
If that's how you need to get your like emotional energy out, get it out that way.
Yeah. It's okay. Do it alone. I do it alone most of the time, but I'm not afraid to cry in front of people too.
Although when was it?
Even the action of the tears kind of like getting out feels better. Like even if I'm,
I watched the Stranger Things finale, and I must have cried like 5 times. And at one point, I literally looked at my husband, and I'm like, I don't even know why I'm crying. I don't know if it's the hormones or the show or both.
Hey, Lizzie. Good to see you.
Hi, Lizzie.
Yeah, so what are the shows that make me cry the most? I would say Walking Dead has got me sniveling and crying like a bitch multiple times. Hey, Barbara.
Hi, Barbara. Welcome to the
Millennial Gaze.
You guys watch the Don Lemon Show. Barbara is a new legend who is from Minnesota. So we're excited to have her here with us.
And then
you said Walking Dead.
The 100 has made me cry. Squid Game episode 6 season 1 episode 6 Gambu. That episode Gambu, bro. Oh my god, I think I'm and Lord of the Rings makes me cry.
I have always cried at the end. These shows I've watched 8 million times, and we'll get to our topics, but it's good to get some lighthearted stuff out. But
yeah,
I always cry at the Office series finale. Especially when Andy's playing that song on the guitar. Like,
oh yeah, I cried at that one too.
I cry at the finale of Friends when they're all putting the keys back and stuff and getting
I never really got into Friends,
and especially now after like Matthew Perry's passed away.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I always cry in Gilmore Girls 2 different times. At the end of the last episode of season 7, like the diner, and I use it. And when Rory's giving her speech, and then I always cry at Luke and Lorelai's wedding in A Year in the Life, because those two are like endgame for me. Hey, we're up to 7 people. Welcome everybody.
Hey guys, welcome. All right, so we were just talking. That was like our millennial minutes. Usually, if you're new to our show, we usually do a millennial minutes. The show is called the Millennial Gaze for a reason, and we usually kind of go back and look at some fun stuff. But it's just not the
because all those shows, especially that we've talked about, are very millennial shows. Like Gilmore Girls was on from like 2000 to 2007, and
so we already covered that. So that's what we usually do. We like to introduce the show, but because we always know, hey Jazzy, we're getting into heavier topics. So I do want you guys to make sure that you are comfortable. You got your drink and your smoke, and you're warm. You're not cold. And your food, your snacks, everything, your animals or whatever. We're going to get into our news of the day, and we're going to discuss it with you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit us up in the chat. We'd like to engage with our audience, and we want to hear what you guys are thinking and feeling, because I think that the news needs to be talked about as a community. I'm tired of the mainstream media talking at us, telling us what we do and what we should know, and without
how we should feel, even though we saw shit
that doesn't work anymore. And so exactly, got the vape and the boba, exactly. Up, get comfortable, and let's talk, and please engage with us, and invite a friend if you can as well. So
May was right.
So I'm going to introduce this real quick. So this is, I went through all the way back to one of the first times I was on Don Lemon's show. Like, this might be 3rd, 4th time I was on there, maybe. Alley-oops. And I was hella nervous. I could tell by the way that I'm speaking. Yo, what's up, y'all? Hey, I was just hella nervous. And but everything that I was saying was right. And we were talking about what were we talking about? We were talking about the ICE agents right when they dropped into Los Angeles, right at the very beginning. And this is what I had to say. And now a year later, pretty much, this is where we are. I was just gonna say, honestly, what do? You need to stand up, and I'm sorry. Maybe y'all wasn't born and raised around a Black woman the way that I was, but this behavior would have been put in check a long ass time ago. This is out of hand. I don't know what kind of home training that these people got, but you don't behave like this. And that's why our country is our frogs in boiling water. We're just sitting here. And so I'm trying to hold my curse words in because I got them flying today. I don't give a flying fookity dookity about calling the person that's not going to do shit. Okay. These people are not helping us. Hello, wake up, stand up. If somebody, before they allow you to get punched in the face. So you can't punch them in the face, but they can drag you all up and down the road and beat you up and almost goddamn near murder you legally. This is where we're going. We are going down the wrong direction, and this is getting dire. And we're just sitting here acting like a whole bunch of punk ass bitches. Somebody needs to get this toupee flying down the street, because honestly, if where I grew up, born and raised in Oakland, California, I wish you would be talking to anybody on the playground. It would be a fight at lunch. These people are acting out of pocket. And I'm sorry,
not talking about fighting.
Everybody's acting like a whole bunch of bitches. These people need to get like active up in here, because this is dangerous.
Yeah, we need to get active, but we're not talking about we're not talking about fighting or violence. We're not talking about beating people up.
No, and we're not. But look at the violence they do on us. See, it like, we need to wake up here and stop acting stupid, because these people are gonna fuck us up. Period. I was just gonna
I love you, dude. I remember like the first time I started watching the show and there was like the legends were on and stuff, and my husband just looked at me and was like, you realize that's basically you? And I was like, yeah, can't agree more, thank you. Yeah, she's right. That's right. It's been engraved in my baby's head to defend herself. I intend to defend myself if it comes to it. Yeah, I have a daughter, and we're going to have another daughter in May. And we're thankful that, you know, my husband is he's a big feminist and like will fight. He's fought for me in the years we've been together, and he will fight for his girls till the death. So we are very lucky for that. But it sucks that like we have to raise our daughters in this shit show.
Yeah. And and I'm so glad that, and it's always a blessing, and you always, even through everything, always have to see, bringing new life into the world as a blessing and something beautiful. And so we'll never take that away, but it's just so unfortunate under these very uncertain times. But I wanted to I was right. I mean, bruh. I wish I wasn't. It was almost like I was having I saw straight up into the future. I knew that this was going to become this bad. I knew it. I knew it from the fucking jump. And everybody was like, oh man, you need to watch your language and da-da-da. And we'll get into that. We'll get into the watching of the language, because this is, don't get me fucking started. But let's just keep going. But please invite your friends. Before we get started on this one, Katie, we wanted to talk a little bit about January 6th, because that just passed, and the way that shit has been moving so fucking fast, y'all. It is we need to slow down and make sure that we are acknowledging everything and remembering how we got here. I think America has this really fucked up amnesia where it's either we're moving too fast or you can't keep up and remember shit, and it just gets lost in a whirlwind, or we are intentionally forgetting the reality of the situation that happened and the reality that we're living in. It just really feels like we're not living in our reality. So we wanted to just touch in on some of these things that happened 5 years ago and why we are this day.
I want to address Bob's comment real quick. Thank you. I don't do it for the credit. Like, one of the things that he says, give you credit, Katie, for bringing kids into such a divisive world. And thank you, but I don't do it for the credit. I do it so like my daughters will know that they were brought here out of love. And like the love that my husband and I have for each other. Absolutely. And they will be strong women like their mom, who had to go through bullshit to get to where they are. But I'm still here, and I think that I've talked about this, I think, on our mental health episode, but the fact that I'm still here and fighting and using my voice is the biggest FU I can give to anybody who's ever doubted me.
Hell yeah, Katie. Tell these hoes. So let's listen to this very almost triggering. It's actually just emotional. So just kind of hang in here and sit back and listen to this story.
It's a terror for me. It's January 6th. We are at the Capitol right now and headed into the gallery where you were at the very start of the day.
So as soon as the ceremony started, it was interrupted by security. Before that, I had been receiving text messages from Capitol Police telling us to shelter in place, that the security in the buildings had been compromised, and that we should stay quiet in our offices and not move. I was not in my office. It was too late for me to shelter in my office. I was here. So imagine what should have been a festive day and then having to listen.
We had a breach of the Capitol building. That is why we ordered a lockdown of both chambers, the House and the Senate. Capitol Police is responsible.
Security was advising us that the building had been breached, by insurrectionists. There were several violent attacks, and that we were ordered to shelter in place here in the Capitol. At that point, they evacuated the Vice President Pence. They evacuated Pelosi and some of the other leadership. And then they began to evacuate other members of Congress that were down below. 12 members that were here in Gallery 1 with me. All we could do was to hear the instructions, the security instructions, as we looked down to our colleagues being evacuated. And then we were looking around the gallery and we were surrounded. There was no place for us to go. What we could hear were threats, screaming outside, glass breaking, people pounding on the doors, trying to get in. So we were ordered to the ground, to lay down on the ground, to be quiet, and to wait for more instructions. I would love to take you in. So I was literally sitting right here.
Okay, so this is where you were sitting.
I was sitting right
when you got the announcement, and all the doors in the gallery
began to shut. All I could do was I picked up the phone and I said to him, "Sweetheart, I can't talk to you right now. I'm okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm running for my life." As a mother, I think that hurt me the most.
Oh, just wait,
A lot of my colleagues said, "Take off your pins. Let's take off, ties for the men and for the women. Let's take off our suit jackets and try to blend in with the crowd. Maybe we can blend in with the crowd." Well, the color of my skin, I can't just blend in with the crowd. There's no way for me to blend in with them. So it was a different experience. He pardoned 1,551 insurrectionists, and they stand at the ready for him to call them into action one more time. Wish that I could not have to live with the stress and emotions that I have to live with when I think about that day. It was 45 minutes of terror.
Yeah, that was, I remember I was watching, CNN, like throughout the day, and my husband was at school, I think, maybe. Yeah, my husband was at school because they went back to in person, and I texted him at school, and I was like, "Hey, Andrea," and I was like, they just stormed the Capitol," and he's like, "Who?" And I said, "The Trump cult." And I just remember the different angles of them breaking shit and breaking windows. And I have the one image of like the police officer that was like up against the door screaming. And I remember just, I just remember that it was so, yeah.
No, absolutely. I was at the house. I was unemployed, so I was at the house, me and my ex-husband and my mom, and me and Nate, we went to the Taco Bell, and real quick, I mean, it's only like a 10-minute drive, boop, boop, grab the stuff. All right, back. You know what I mean? And like had like a bottle of Bullet bourbon or whatever. And then we were just sitting there watching CNN and was like, whoa. And it just like, when we got back, like people, it started getting like crazy, and we were just sitting there. And so my mom, I remember her telling everybody that she was like in school with or in meetings with, like, you know what, everybody, we're gonna just stop the meeting. I need everybody to just turn on their TV if they can and watch what's going on right now, because what the fuck. And then everybody was just watching it, like even people at school and everything on Zoom were watching it, It was almost like 9/11-esque where
I was just gonna say, yeah, everything just kind of stopped, and we were just all kind of like glued to the TVs. And then the thing that pissed me off the most was what I think it was like 3 or 5 hours until he finally called it off. And the way that he called it off was like, "Oh, we love you. You're special.
Bed. Make sure you grab your stuffed animals and brush your teeth before you go to bed.
They broke.
Love you.
What was it? Over
time
a
to
million?
go home." I think he literally verbatim said it's time to go home.
Yeah, we love you. You're special. I remember that.
Yeah, some shit.
And I remember, like at least 4 police officers lost their lives because of that day. Michael Fanone had the heart attack.
Yep.
And yet they're trying to make what's her face, Ashley Babbitt, be the goddamn martyr, even though
we'll get more into her, but go ahead and actually play.
Right. Okay, I agree with you, Barbara. If we had handled all of that in the proper way, we wouldn't be here.
We should have handled the 34 counts of felon, the fucking the sexual assault case. We should have handled so many things. Anyway, let's go to grandma or whoever's next.
MAGA grandma.
Yeah.
Gaslight me. I was there. I saw what you did. I saw the officers being pepper sprayed. When I was on the steps, I watched one of them fall down and hit his head and his back. So don't be telling me it wasn't violent. Don't come to me with that ever again. I watched you. I was on the east side, but I saw what you did. You can't gaslight me. I was there. I saw what you did.
And if you don't know, that was a short clip. And if you don't know much about her, she was one of the people who refused a pardon.
Yeah.
She refused a pardon from Trump.
Yeah.
Because she realized, was she on Dawn's show? I saw her, I think, on Michael Cohen too. That
I don't know. I don't ever recall her seeing her on Dawn's show.
But I remember watching her on Michael Cohen's show, and she was talking about she is great. And
I'm glad that she took account, like held herself accountable and knew that she was in the wrong place. Like, and it's okay to like, hey, people fuck up in this world. We all know that. I've been there, you've been there, we all been there. But you gotta know when you are like, okay, now something is wrong here. This ain't right. I don't want to be a part of this. Don't be a part of it. Stand up, say something. And that's okay. You can deal with that later, but don't go so far with the unwillingness to stop yourself just because you're in a situation where you're like, okay, this is wrong, where you cross that line that you can't come back from. You can come back from being like, all right, I was in a cult, but you didn't hurt nobody. You know what I mean? You can come back from that. But once you fucking kill somebody or murder somebody or do something like that, you can't come back as easily.
No. And one of the things too that she does now is she's on a lot of shows. Like she'll go on and talk about when she realized that, she was in basically a cult, and will try to go and get people out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even if it's just like one by one, it's something.
And once you like feel like, okay, now you're out of it, all you got to do from there on out is make sure that you are proving yourself to be doing the right thing and making sure that you're doing what you can to remedy the mistakes that you made and help out in ways that that can help remedy and just do better. Make sure that you're on the right side and staying on the right side and actively doing the right thing from there on out. Once you found out that you like need to forgive yourself, that's how you do it, by doing the right thing, you guys. It's work.
It's not just like an overnight thing.
It's a daily thing.
You have it's
work. Yeah.
It's like a muscle that you have to build, and you have to being able to forgive yourself is very, very hard. Take it from somebody who's been in years of therapy. Like I'm not ashamed that I go to therapy or need help with my mental health, but forgiving yourself is a big task. And learning that things aren't always your fault.
It's always continuous, because just because you forgive yourself and you feel good right now doesn't mean you're going to stay there. We live in waves, you guys. So you're going to go back down. So make sure you do the best that you can when you're at that peak, when you're actually resonating high. But know that you're going to come back down again, and that you're going to have to go through that process again in a different way. But if you keep doing the work, you start building progressively. You know what I mean? It's a whole thing that I like to talk about when with the people that I read tarot for and stuff. I always talk about these cycles that we go through, and all in like evolution and all these things. But I digress. I just think that we need to do a lot better at like just making sure that we're holding ourselves accountable and doing the right things. And when we do fucked up shit, it's okay to acknowledge that. But as long as you do the work to correct your mistakes, then you good, you know?
Mm-hmm. And I think that we need to stop living in a world where if a person who, let's say, is MAGA admits that they're wrong, I thoroughly believe that in especially today's society, that actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
You can say it all you want, but you gotta do it.
Is this the next segment? What's this one?
No, this is the protest for January.
Oh, yeah.
We have some news right now. I'm here outside in Washington, D.C., covering the pro-January 6th protests, the ones of January insurrectionists. These are the people that support those that stormed the Capitol. They expected hundreds, potentially thousands of people to march today.
Dumbasses.
The actual result is tiny, and I need you to see this before other people spill a different narrative. As you can see, this is it. They barely fill a sidewalk, and it's mostly police officers.
I don't see
I
shit.
think in total back there,
Right?
I had to guess there was maybe 80 people marching in favor of January 6th insurrectionists. Most of these people are cops. They're not even the protesters.
Yeah.
Remember, organizers expected hundreds, thousands of people to show up to fight for those on January 6th, to fight for Donald Trump. It's tiny. It's tiny. These roads were supposed to be closed. They're not. Tiny.
Yeah.
Spread the word. I'll have more updates soon. Follow along, stay.
And you also have to remember, yeah, he pardoned 1,500 of them, but a bunch of them got their asses thrown back in jail.
Yeah.
For
like immediately.
Yeah. For heinous crimes like
yeah,
child SA and just so.
Yeah.
And so it's visualizations like this, and Jen Welch talks about it all the time when I've had it, that it's visualizations like this that remind us that there's so much more of us than there are of them. And on the internet, you can like hide and be a bot or something, and you can multiply that way. But you have to think about reality, where it's really not as many as you think.
Right. And also, like, these people are stupid. They're cowards. They're a bunch of bitches, y'all. Like, I don't know what we're sitting here being all afraid of. Like, these people are not scary, but we let them get scary. We have been allowing them to empower themselves. We've let them just kind of mosey on into, we gave them the keys to the fucking house and didn't do shit about it. Invited them in pretty much, you know, like, and so we have to also kind of look at ourselves and be like, what the fuck is wrong with us to let it get this fucking far? So yeah, just because right now we are definitely fighting an enemy and we ain't gonna fight each other right now, but once this is all said and done, we're gonna have to sit down and have a fucking conversation amongst ourselves, and a real one, about how the fuck we got here, when we all seem to be in agreement, but for some reason we can't seem to organize or do shit about it.
Yeah. I want to address this real quick, what Eddie said about Aaron Parnas, and that his dad is Lev Parnas, who worked for Trump in the first regime. His dad knows just about everyone in the Senate, most of the House. That is true, but he does not like to associate himself with his dad.
Yeah.
He tries. I've seen articles and stuff where he talks about trying to separate himself, and that's partially why he's doing this, to show he's in for the good fight and not.
And you need to allow people to be what don't want to be on that side to be in it, because he could easily just go ahead and do all that and just live his life happily as a rich white man, but he doesn't want to. So allow people that don't want to be a part of it to have some refuge, because honestly, it don't sound like his dad is a very safe person to even be around.
So Barbara asks, where did we miss the mark of making this behavior popular and shameful? Excuse me. This has been going on for decades. That's the problem.
It didn't happen in my entire fucking life.
And we didn't shut this shit down. We just let it go.
Yeah.
And the problem is, so you had just said like you didn't have it in your life, but like I talk a lot about being from like rural America, and like that's where my hometown is. And so it was all white people, and for a long and like basically straight racist white people. And I was definitely never been one of those people, and I've always been very open and know that there's life outside of like the towns. And the problem is American politics just hasn't catered to them at all. And so they just kind of ignore rural America, and it's stuff like this that makes it realize that they're just as important as like the cities.
Yeah, something needs to happen. I don't know. I just don't know, because, hey, I would be down with rural America if y'all weren't scary as fuck. You know what I mean? Shit. Like, I don't want to go in. I don't want nothing to do with no rural America. Hell no. Nah,
I'm white. Like, I don't want anything to do with them. Barbara, that's a really good point. And when I had my daughter, who's now 3.5, I don't know, having kids just does something to you where you're like, you obviously see like a part of yourself in them, and having that like visual of what to fight for.
Right.
Just really helps.
I don't know. These white men ain't shit. They ain't never pulled up on me. I'll tell you that.
Okay. So guys, this is where it's going to get a bit heavy, a bit graphic. If you watched Dawn's show today, we're just going to give you some warnings now.
Yeah.
So this is not easy. We both had breakdowns today from it. Oops, sorry.
They just killed that lady right there in that car, y'all. Killed that lady in that car. Somebody come get their people. It's a lady right there in that car, y'all. I don't want to show this on Facebook like that, y'all. I apologize. If y'all know who car this is, if it look familiar, man, come check on y'all people. If y'all know somebody car like that, come check on y'all people.
There's a dog race in the back. Can someone get it for me, please?
I wonder if that was her wife.
That was in the dog.
Yeah,
it was. So that
I don't think
anybody else show that video, that angle, or that clip.
I think Dawn did.
Maybe with the black dude.
I think Dawn did. Yeah, because I remember hearing that voice.
Yeah. That's the only. Yeah, that was one of the more kind of like different angles. That was the wife and the
and their dog.
Yeah.
And it's just
harrowing. Just like, and what is he supposed to do?
And you can hear like people saying like, we need a doctor to come help stop the bleeding, and you hear them saying like, no, get back.
We don't have to show all of that. I have them queued up if you guys want to see any specific angles or anything that
we have. Is that this one, or should we skip it?
Yeah, that's that. That's the one. But that's the one where you can like actually kind of like see her dead. And I don't think we need to see no more of that. We know what the fuck happened. I'm not trying to go through that anymore.
And
there's a lot, but let's go ahead and let me go to the doc. Here. Why don't you go give a vamp and give them a little spiel?
Well, you can do this one.
Why don't you go ahead and welcome the people and shout out the people, read some comments real quick.
Yeah, so welcome everybody. For those of you who are new, May and I met on the Don Lemon show, being Lemon Legends and all that fun stuff. We're so excited to have a bunch of the legends here tonight in our chat. We have been consistently above 10 plus people watching us live, which is the most we've ever had. Now we're up to 12, which is awesome. So please keep it up. We are trying to grow our channel. We're going to be doing our lives every Monday and Thursday now, starting this week. I just wrote a Substack article that I'll show at the end, just talking about how I feel about all this, especially being a mom. And, you know, we love having all of this engagement in the chat, and we are just so happy to be here and to be able to use our voices to speak out against this fucked up shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you, Katie. Why don't we just go? Do you want to just go to either the impeach gnome or the main segment C? We can just skip to C. We don't need to see anything else, really. I think we've all been covered. What say you?
I'm looking. Hold on.
But yeah, you know, I just want to say shout out to Katie for, you know, just being a dope ass new friend that I met. It's almost, you know, been a year. We're getting on to a year of like being friends and just like just working so hard and just, you know, meeting all these new people and building this community. And this community is so important, more important than ever during these times. And it's going to have to get stronger, you guys, like, because we are in danger. We need to start acting like it. And I just, I really appreciate everybody being here and everybody that we show. Like, if you know this channel, I always like to promote other independent YouTube channels and media as well. Like, we ain't haters over here. We like to uplift everybody. So everybody that we show on here, we fuck with. And so we don't show people that we fuck with unless we have to show them, and we will tell you that we don't fuck with them. You feel me? So
to answer your question, Eddie, yes, I am. I'm primarily a saxophonist. Got a nice saxophone tattoo that I got many years ago. I got a couple music tattoos. Also behind me, I've got a keyboard and a bass guitar, and I play all the saxes. I also play clarinet and flute. I sing. I do theater. My husband is a music teacher. We're a very musical family up in here.
I also used to sing in a children's chorus too. A professional.
She got a good voice. I'll give her that.
Yeah, second alto.
Hell yeah, altos. Altos unite. All right. So here's Aaron Parnas again.
We have some news this evening. Congresswoman Robin Kelly has announced plans to file articles of impeachment against Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem following today's horrific shooting in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Congresswoman Robin Kelly has officially announced that she will be filing 3 articles of impeachment against Secretary Noem. She says, quote, "It's one thing to be incompetent and dangerous, but it's impeachable to break the rule of law. I told my constituents and Chicagoans that I fight against Secretary Noem's agenda. This is me fighting back." The 3 articles of impeachment that will be filed include obstruction of Congress for obstructing congressional oversight and withholding congressionally appropriated funds in violation of her constitutional oath, violation of public trust, how she has compromised public safety, violated due process of American citizens, and directed unconstitutional actions, and self-dealing, how Secretary Noem abused her office for personal benefit and steered federal dollars to associates. Now, these articles have a long shot at succeeding, right? You're in a Republican House, but people are clamoring for accountability, and this is a first step, at least in some respects. So spread the word, follow along for more. We have some news this evening.
Okay, so I get it. Oh boy, yeah. So I am a multi-instrumentalist because I went to undergrad and grad school for music, and the saxophone is the best instrument. But also, I get it. You can throw all these articles of impeachment out. Tell me about it when they're actually out.
They ain't doing them.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, there's probably a whole building full of fucking articles of
Border
impeachment.
Patrol in Portland shot 2 people who they claimed just tried to run them over with their vehicle. It's starting.
I already told y'all. No, she need to go.
They all do. I'm telling you, they're all so dumb. We could just get like a tour bus and tell them that they're all going to CCOT for a tour or some shit, and just throw them all in jail.
Yeah. Yeah, come tour it. Come tour. Here's some gold.
Come look at the news.
Just make it a big old party, and then just like.
And make it like some crazy ass theme, like Great Gatsby. Wait a minute.
Yeah, lure them into it and just
cover the front of it. Cover the front of it with gold, and like.
Actually, we should keep this a secret.
They'll never watch us.
Yeah, no, never.
They don't have time for us.
Fucking
all right, so now let's
go to the next segment. Fuck this. So we got some responses. So please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, bring some friends. I hope you are hydrated and warm. You're not too cold out there. Make sure you got your drink, your smoke, your snacks, all that shit. You feel me?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the UN could do something, but I don't know. I don't think they're gonna come help us.
I do want to have a I think that we should think about maybe trying to get like some sort of international intervention going on here.
Oh no, we should. And I think that something that's going to start it really is, I don't think Venezuela is really going to start it because of the stuff that was going on in the country. But I think that if they do invade Greenland, that's going to be it.
Yeah.
Oh, Lizzie, you're so sweet. Lizzie's heard me play.
Oh yeah, totally.
You too, Lizzie.
All right, let's go to the next. So we got some responses. Let's get going.
Let's hear the mayor have to say.
I do have a message for our community, for our city, and I have a message for ICE. To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite. People are being hurt. Families are being ripped apart. Long-term Minneapolis residents that have contributed so greatly to our city, to our culture, to our economy are being terrorized, and now somebody is dead. That's on you. And it's also on you to leave. Better, but I do have a message for our community, for our city, and I have a message for ICE.
I also like the interpreter going hard there too. But that was the mayor of Minneapolis.
I fucks with him.
Barbara says she loves Mayor Fry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree. I agree with what Jazzy said. It is going to ramp up. They're just going to keep. You think that they can go so far? They're going to keep pushing it. They're not going to stop. They're going to keep pushing it. And that's.
I mean, they already did it. From what it seemed like, they already done.
I want to know what are all the ICE agents? These ICE agents descend on the city. They're just sitting somewhere waiting on a code and a phone. Yeah. I've seen pictures, or not pictures. I've seen videos lately. I think it was from last night in Minneapolis. There was a drum set like out in the city of Minneapolis at like 1 a.m. at a hotel that ICE was staying at. And a bunch of like a whole row of cops with their sirens going at like 1 a.m. so that ICE couldn't sleep.
What I want to say is that I need people to really be prepared, because when I tell you that, California was the first place that got hit up with these people, and it was in SoCal. So it wasn't up here where I'm at, right? But we had the chance to fortify ourselves, prepare ourselves, get programs set up, hotlines set up, make sure that we had things to do and protocol to do in all of our communities. We were set up. So when they came out here, we were ready. I need everybody to stop acting like this shit cannot affect you.
So something that I posted in like the chat of Don Lemon's Zoom today was someone was talking about like, oh, now so many people are outraged. It's because she, and this is nothing against her or the family or anything. She was a white lady. And I've been saying they're going to come for everybody. Mm-hmm. And this is the start. And that's partially why so many people are finally like, oh, this is really bad. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I write about it in the Substack article I wrote too, but like, my heart has always gone out to people of color that have been dealing with this their whole lives. Mm-hmm. And so now that it's finally happening to us, people are like, oh, I guess we should pay attention. And it just fresh. I can't even imagine how you feel.
It's like, okay, well, you know, because we're the ones that we've been getting fucked up the entire time. I don't know, like, what to tell you, but I mean, this is not going to stop. Look at what they said. They already labeled her a domestic terrorist right off top without even knowing anything. I don't even know if they knew that she was white before they did that.
Yeah. Oh, and she used pronouns. Oh, not the pronouns.
Come on now, y'all.
Right.
But okay, well, all right. Well, we're here. I told you guys this shit was going to happen. We sat here. We did nothing. Nothing. Oh, and then I don't know if y'all heard, but there's another man that died on New Year's Eve that nobody even fucking heard about named Keith Porter, but he's a black man that got killed by ICE. And we didn't even hear about that. That was just the other day.
And that just
yeah, good point. Oh no, lesbian. Oh, terrorists, lesbians, all over the place. Just.
Well, the thing was, Jazzy, she was
all over the place. All the lesbians, they're terrorizing vaginas everywhere.
Well, the thing is, Jazzy, is they were trying to let people out of like the area to stop like blocking the street or something. That was what it was, and she was literally trying to leave, and you can see her start to turn her tires to leave, and they're like, no.
Oh yeah.
That's also a very
angle. And then the dude walked off. They're talking about, oh, he's healing in the hospital, in the hospital wing.
Oh, and he needs to spend time with his family. And
he walked off like
the newest one that pisses me off is, oh, well, he had PTSD. Then don't put it back in the...
Oh, what's his name, by the way? Jonathan Ross?
Yes.
That's his name? Okay, let's make sure we know.
Like, he had PTSD.
Go ahead and look.
Number one, if he had PTSD, don't put him back in the field.
He's a murderer. Let's go ahead and make sure that he gets tried for his crimes.
And number two,
with due process, like regular people do.
Number two, I have PTSD and I don't run around shooting people. I'm just saying. It's called getting proper help.
Very unnecessary.
We live in such a shitty ass country that they don't give a shit. Let's listen to a man who this country has treated like crap.
I'm going to go blow my nose while this plays.
Go for it. We love Big Daddy Tim here.
This morning, we learned that an ICE officer shot and killed someone in Minneapolis. My deepest condolences to the family, to the loved ones who had to learn about this tragic event on national television. We've been warning for weeks that the Trump administration's dangerous, sensationalized operations are a threat to our public safety, that someone was going to get hurt. Just yesterday, I said exactly that. What we're seeing is the consequences of governance designed to generate fear, headlines, and conflict. It's governing by reality TV. And today that recklessness cost someone their life. I've reached out to Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, and I'm waiting to hear back. Let me be clear. The Trump and his Donald Trump and his administration may not care much about Minnesota. That's been pretty evident, but we love this state. We won't let them tear us apart. We'll not turn against each other. To Minnesotans, I say this: I feel your anger. I'm angry. They want a show. We can't give it to them. We cannot. If you protest and express your First Amendment rights, please do so peacefully, as you always do. We can't give them what they want. The hearts and minds of the people in this state are on our side. To Americans, I ask you this: please stand with Minneapolis. To Minnesotans, know that our administration is going to stop at nothing to seek accountability and justice. The State Bureau of Criminal Apprehension are working on the investigation. We have activated the State Emergency Operations Center. State Patrol and Minnesota National Guard leadership is connected with the Minneapolis Police Department, the St. Paul Police Department, Hennepin County Sheriff's Office, the DNR, and Minnesota's Homeland Security and Emergency Management. We have activated dozens of members of the State Patrol's mobile response team. And from here on, I have a very simple message. We do not need any further help from the federal government. To Donald Trump and Kristi Noem, you've done enough. There's nothing more important than Minnesotan safety. I've issued a warning order to prepare the Minnesota National Guard. We have soldiers in training and prepared to be deployed if necessary. I remind you, a warning order is a heads up for folks. And these National Guard troops are our National Guard troops. They're teachers in your community. They're business owners. They're construction professionals. They are Minnesotans. Minnesota will not allow our community to be used as a prop in a national political fight. We will not take the bait. This morning, we learned that an ICE...
Yeah, so I think I've seen multiple reports that they did call in the National Guard.
Yeah.
They have called in the National Guard in Minnesota, and I think he was a member of the National Guard. He was a member of some military. I don't remember what, but Barbara brings up a good point. That's his way of saying get the fuck out. As much as we learned about him, even just through the presidential campaign, the more we learned about him, especially in our household, because my husband's a teacher, my mom was a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
We love walls. Like,
oh yeah,
I remember watching him and his family like at the Democratic convention. And one of the things that they're getting called up, not deployed yet. I apologize. Thank you, Barbara, for that.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I just loved was the love his kids had for him. And like, that's not, and like, I've said this before, I knew when I saw the son crying that like the Republicans were going to have a field day with that. But that shows Tim Walz is what I describe as like a real man. He's a family man. He cares about his people. He does what's best for everybody. I mean, I've read stuff about him from where he was, I think it was like, he was a football coach, but he also like ran the LGBTQ clubs. Like he did everything for just equality. And I mean, he turned Minnesota into one of like the best states in the country. And yet people... Literally. No, yeah. And like people just try to rip him down so hard. And I completely understand him dropping out of the race for, look what they're doing. They drive by his house and scream the R word at his son. And he wants to do what's best for the state. And he's going to do that. If he runs for higher politics, he runs for higher politics. But he's left a legacy. And he's amazing.
I mean, it's like it's a very interesting thing that's going on in Minnesota. I just feel like there's something that draws the ire to that state for some reason. I don't know what it is. I didn't know shit about Minnesota until pretty much like
they announced him as VP
Floyd-ish, and and then like now they announced him as VP, and then it just started upticking like everything.
But isn't that kind of a good thing if you don't really know about a state? Rather than thinking like whenever I think of like the southern states, a lot of it I just think of like crime, redneck.
Yeah, no, I'm glad I do, but I don't want to know about them under these circumstances.
Yeah.
No.
And
I would like to learn about them like a regular, like in a book or something.
That's
like,
a great point, Jazzy. that this happened less than a mile away from where George Floyd happened.
Exactly. It did.
That's
in front of her house.
Yeah, like that's yeah, she was at her house.
Yeah. The fuck, man.
Barbara, can you believe there are MAGAs now who were taught by him, praised him so highly as a teacher, and now they want him gone? You know what it probably was, Barbara? He probably held them accountable for their shit. And that's why they probably didn't praise him, and he probably tried to help them, and they were like, "Oh, he's so mean."
Right. Potatoes? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I did know that.
We got potatoes over here too. Shit.
So let's see what.
Is this the one?
Miss Kamala.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We have some news right now. Vice President Kamala Harris is coming out blasting the Trump administration over its explanation or lack thereof of the ICE shooting in Minneapolis, Minnesota today. In a new statement released just minutes ago, Vice President Harris writes, quote, "Today in Minneapolis, ICE agents shot and killed a woman in a shocking incident. Governor Walz has announced the state will ensure a fair investigation, and I am grateful for his swift action. Many of us have seen the horrifying and painful video, which makes it clear that the Trump administration's explanation of this shooting is, quote, pure gaslighting. A full and fair investigation at the state level is absolutely necessary. This contradicts what Donald Trump has been saying. He has been defending this ICE agent, saying that essentially it was self-defense and it was justified. But the truth is, no investigation has happened yet. An investigation is necessary. I will continue to provide you updates as we get more information. So spread the word and follow along to stay up to date on all the news that you need to know about. I will have another update for you soon. We have
Let
some
me
news.
jump in here, Katie. Let me jump in here.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, these motherfuckers did what they did. They let the woman sit there for like 15 minutes. They moved her all over. They tampered all around with the crime scene.
Mm-hmm.
So that's already a fucked up situation within itself right there.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been left alone. They should have been able to do stuff. They took her and her body and had to walk it down the street over their shoulders. They didn't even have like a stretcher for her.
Mm-hmm.
and fucked up and
no respect
at all. Rearranged the whole shit, put their hands all over the whole stuff. And now they're trying to, and they already put a narrative out before we even really knew kind of what the fuck was happening, like they always do. And then now they're trying to basically like take over the investigation and put it in their jurisdiction
and delete everything that they can.
Exactly.
Like they've already, I'm pretty sure they've already deleted his phone because so many people brought up that as he was walking, he had a gun in one hand and his phone in the other.
Well, we got him. We know who he is. So anyway,
y'all, we gotta.
Oh, we got a troll in here?
We gotta not fight with each other, y'all. Well, he said something. Yeah, no, I don't know if they're fighting with each other, but anyway. We're all about love. We're all together in this, guys.
Don't distract me because I was talking. But anyway, y'all go ahead and figure that out in amongst yourselves, please.
And that cop, that top Nazi. Yeah, that what's his face. Yeah, I saw him.
Oh yeah. So
hey
basically,
guys, it's cool. We're all emotional. This shit's crazy. This shit is fucking crazy.
Okay, so basically what I'm saying is, and then so we got to keep I wanted to ask Monica on the show today, but I wasn't able to get in. I wanted to ask her, what does she think? Like,
you mean Monique?
Monique? Yeah. What can they do? Like Minnesota? Like, who can they go for to get justice for her? Apparently, they can't go for because
they can't go for
the. Nobody would ask the question that I like wanted to be asked.
Well, she had mentioned they can't go for the individual.
Yeah, that was like a little bit of an answer, but what does Minnesota have literally no power over this? This happened on their streets. So they must have some sort of judicial power here to be able to do their own investigation. Fuck whatever the FBI got going on. We don't trust them. They have already been compromised. They're not trustworthy. So they can do whatever the fuck they want and do whatever the fuck they want. Delete whatever the fuck you want. We got hella other information that we can work with, and we can do our own investigation in our own
I think
place.
something
Right?
that worries me, and I hope that people don't actually get ideas, is with fucking AI and people try to fuck with it to try to fuck with the videos. Because at this point, that wouldn't surprise me.
Don't put them on the internet. Just fucking keep them.
Yeah, and you guys are talking about the stretcher incident. I mean, I've literally seen like crime scenes, and I mean TV shows are TV shows, but like even a killer will get a stretcher if you're leaving like a scene, and they just treated her like she
apparently
was
they
nothing.
picked her up like a back of potatoes. That's what she said. That's what the neighbor said, that they just picked her up and carried her to the ambulance, like over their shoulder.
Yeah, this is,
which is disgusting. I know that must have been bloody, and her brains must have been spilling all over the person that's carrying them. Like, how graphic can you fucking get? What are we doing, you guys?
yeah. I've asked, so Blunt says, I asked myself if I'm ready to put my body on the line. I never thought that before. I'm just sick with all of this. And, oh boy, Jazzy says, oh, let me tell you, what I saw today was absolutely disgusting in terms of AI. Someone used the photo of Renee dead in her seat and asked Grok to undress the image. Jesus Christ. This is, there's no fucking humanity anymore.
That's like straight up sick. Oh, it's much worse than the pandemic.
Yeah.
That's what I would rather. Actually, can we get the pandemic right now? I will.
Well, who knows now that they're
stupid motherfuckers?
Who knows now that they're changing like vaccine schedules and some other shit is, who knows what's running rampant now with lawnmower throat in charge of us. Let's keep seeing what others got to say.
Yeah, let's keep going. We here chilling, but before you started getting
into the shooting of the woman in Minneapolis by the ICE agent.
Sadly, it's we don't know the details yet, but it was predictable that this administration would unleash unmarked and marked ICE agents terrorizing communities. It looks like somebody has lost her life, and it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. But what's really unbelievable is this administration and the things they're willing to say immediately as a result of this, claiming that this woman is a terrorist. What's wrong with just saying we're going to investigate and find out exactly what happened here, what went wrong? Why can't they do that?
And is it time to start looking at the Homeland Security budget? Maybe.
Yes, and of course, the Homeland Security officer, whatever the heck her name is, the woman in the cowboy hat and many outfits. It's time for her to leave. Time for her to go.
We need more like her. We need more like her in our state.
She said, bitch, you gotta go. You gotta go.
She's great.
She said, hey, bro, you gotta go.
How many more?
No, I agree.
And then one of my favorites.
Yep.
That's right. She did confront Squeaker of the House, as Jimmy Kimmel calls him.
Can I
that's fun.
Get your reaction to the shooting death in Minnesota of the woman by the ICE agent?
No, this is what it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. This is what we've been warning about for a very long time, and it is. I'm just. It's tragic to say, but from the moment that, from the moment that this Congress decided to authorize and explode ICE's budget, they are accountable to no one. It's important that people know that ICE has less accountability than virtually any law enforcement agency in the United States. And yet they are some of the most well-funded. They're operating with impunity. And we just saw them murder an American citizen in cold blood in the street. And despite whatever lies that the president wants to say about what was happening in this, there is you can see what happened for them for yourselves. They shot a woman in the head in cold blood on the street. I hope that this incident is prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, and this is an agency that must be reined in.
Thank you, Congresswoman.
You know what the worst part is they're gonna I love AOC. Yes. AOC, she looks so tired. Like, did you see her face? She is just like, it's at the point where I hate saying this. It's at the point where we're almost becoming numb to it. It's like we knew this was going to happen at some point. But it still doesn't make it right, and it's just.
I think can I correct that just a little bit?
No, go for it.
I will say that we have been numb for quite some time, and now it's gonna hurt again, but now it's gonna be really painful because we have sat and done nothing this entire fucking time, and we have let it gone too far, and it's only gonna get worse, and people are going to die in that very fashion that woman died just yesterday. People are going to get murdered in cold blood in the middle of the street, and these people are not going to do shit about it, and it's going to happen day by day by day, and it can happen to each and every one of us sitting here talking. So don't think and don't operate your life like it's not in the reality that we are in. I'm sorry if I'm scaring you, but I'm trying to tell you. I've been trying to tell you for a long fucking time. We need to start behaving and reacting to shit like before we all gone, and there's nothing we're gonna be able to do about it, and we're gonna have nobody to blame but ourselves because we sat there and did fuck all about it. Okay,
but we need people to tell us what's going on. Like, we need people to wake up, and we need people, and it fucking sucks that it took an innocent, beautiful white woman to get shot when it shouldn't have ever gotten this far in the first place. But, like, I just don't know.
I don't even know if that's enough.
I don't either. But is it just going to take these people just knocking on doors and just shooting people in their homes at this point? Because this is just getting so.
Pretty much where it's about to go.
It's just getting so fucked up and out of hand. Like, some people are talking about how, like, they're afraid to leave the house and shit in the chat, and it's true. Like, I like to go out and do my gigs and do my stuff, and I'm freaked out.
Yeah.
It's just.
Anyway. Like I said, that's why you got to keep your community safe. Don't let these people even be about it. You need to make sure that you have your protocols, your shit locked down. Don't let them mosey all up into your shit, y'all. For real. You need to if y'all need help, come in and look and do what Oakland doing. We will give y'all advice on how to make sure to keep these motherfuckers out your shit. For real.
Angry Army vet brings up a good point. We need to learn people need to learn to protect themselves. Plus, aren't we as women always told to lock our doors? What woman is going to open a door for a masked man? That's very true. Anytime I drive somewhere, right. I always, like, as soon as I get in my car, no matter where I am, I lock my door. I always keep my location shared with my husband in case something happens. Barbara says we have to arm ourselves. Ugh.
You do. I think we really do. I think at least know how to pick up a gun if you need to. How about that? At least know how to operate one.
And Jazzy says, do not go gentle into that good night old age. Should burn and rave at close of day. Rage against the dying of the light. And yeah, it's great that there's protests, but it's not. Whatever it is, it's not enough. Somebody said earlier, like, we're not angry enough.
We're not. I'm sorry. A nice sunny Saturday of protest once every 3 months, like it's a fucking barbecue or something.
So let's hear what the real America's mayor has to say.
Just want to make clear that the news coming out of Minneapolis is horrific. This is one part of what has been a year full of cruelty. And we know that when ICE agents attack immigrants, they attack every single one of us across this country. And this is a city and will always be a city that stands up for immigrants across the 5 boroughs. And I have made it clear to everyone within my city government, and that extends to NYPD, that we are going to uphold our sanctuary city policies. We are going to adhere to them. That is why one of the 11 executive orders that we signed was to repeal the previous administration's order to allow for collaboration with ICE on Rikers Island. What we are going to be doing is following the laws that we have set, laws which have kept New Yorkers safe. And we are going to make it clear to each and every person in the city what their rights are. That's why we took the time to make a Know Your Rights video, because it goes back to the earlier question. If you don't know of your rights, then how can you be expected to actually use those rights? So we are going to take every opportunity we have to inform New Yorkers of what they already can do, and also to make it clear to our own city government agencies and departments across the board, including NYPD, that we are not here to assist ICE agents in their work. We are here to follow the laws of New York City. First, just want to make clear that
he is not playing around, and I'm here for it.
Hell yeah. I'm liking the energy that I'm seeing from people.
Well, especially like since he's gotten into being the mayor, like he just keeps going.
Took off, hit the ground and was like, boom. I like his energy. Hey, he ain't my mayor. Honestly, like I would like him to just go ahead and be the mayor of New York and like kind of get out my business.
Maybe set a blueprint out for like what Democrats should be doing.
I mean, I'm all good for example set. Always check in with a homie. I ain't a hater. But can we let the mayor be the mayor of New York? You know, I'm all the way on the West Coast. I don't really give a fuck what y'all got going on over there. Let the mayor do what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? But no, he is very eloquent and he's saying the right things. And it's good to know for you New Yorkers that he will be protecting you. It seems like he's down to protect you, and
no matter who you voted for.
Yeah. Also against ICE, he's not gonna let your officers engage with them. What I would like to hear more is just a little bit further where people are like, hey, if we see illegal activity from ICE, arrest them, detain them, whatever, arrest them for whatever they did, like you would anybody else. You know what I mean? That's what I would like to see from our our local police and local officers. I would like to see people or our officials telling them, hey, if you see ICE agents doing shit out of pocket and illegal, arrest them. They need like anybody else. That's what needs to happen. So I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I think that maybe what needs to happen.
Just a FYI, we are up to 16 viewers live right now.
The most we ever had. Hey, give me some sparkles. Wait.
I gotta find it.
Hey.
So this is the one that made me lose it earlier.
Oh yeah, this one made me cry. Thanks for being here, y'all. Get your tissues.
Yeah, grab your tissues.
They're bringing the crime. The mayor of Minneapolis told y'all to get the fuck out. Yet y'all are the ones. It is this administration that is bringing crime to their streets. That's what's happening.
It's the third incident where somebody has dropped an F-bomb in this committee, including the video.
I'm sorry.
Including the video that we had to watch earlier.
Are your princess ears okay?
Is it?
Yeah, I love it.
The princess ears
House of Representatives.
The committee.
You are about the fact that a woman.
Are you
the House of Representatives.
The gentlelady.
Are we offending your princess ears? Are they that soft?
All members will.
Maybe some of the kids out there.
Mr. Chairman, it is the gentlelady's
You're killing them.
It is the gentlelady's time. Let's let her have her time. It is the gentlelady's time. Would you stop the clock for a moment? Okay, and I'll restore that.
Oh my God! Like
the chair will remind all members that the person controlling the time is not to be unreasonably interrupted. we would further admonish that whenever possible to express the full meaning of something,
That's
it
what
be
you're
done
pearl
so
clutching.
without an expletive that may be offensive to people here in the audience or those who watch this on television.
What's
I understand that
offensive
a
to you?
quote at times is essential, but I would admonish everyone
Well, at some
that
point someone
it
goes,
has
but
been
the
the
children
practice of
listening.
this committee for the many years I've
Yeah.
been here to use such things as F-bomb in order to get the message out without actually
was just
using the
quoting.
word. Notwithstanding that, the gentlelady, if will be recognized for this time plus an additional 20 seconds, the gentlelady may continue.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Long story short, we are sitting in judiciary and no one on that side of the aisle seems to care that this particular person, whose name we don't know at this point, became the judge, jury, and executioner.
Yep.
I don't know how you square that.
Mm-mm.
And then we're sitting here literally in markup for a bail funds bill. When I first ran for office, it was in the midst of yet another lynching by law enforcement in Minneapolis. At that time, it was George Floyd.
And not the right F word
I
either.
remember working as a pro bono criminal defense attorney to help protesters that were being arrested. There were more than 600 protesters that were arrested in Dallas. There were churches that came together to make sure that there were bail funds. There were nonprofit organizations. And to explain how it works for bail, since we're in judiciary and we're writing the laws, and some people may not understand this, but those bail funds, those nonprofit organizations are not the ones that determine whether or not somebody gets bail. What they do is they help out poor people, which I know y'all are not interested in either.
Oof.
But they help out people that aren't rich and famous and have limitless amounts of money, like all of the Epstein defendants who somehow y'all can't find, even though y'all went and got Maduro. But it helps out those people to be able to get out of jail. Many of those people that if they spend just a couple of days in jail will then be thrust into straight up poverty because they will lose everything. Why it is that you want to criminalize people such as churches that are trying to help the poor because they understand what the Bible says, and they don't just say that they understand it or say that they love Jesus, but they decide that they actually put it into works because faith without works is dead. That is wrong too. And I'm here to tell you that there's going to be a lot of nonprofit organizations that are going to step up in this moment because there are going to be protests around this entire country because of the state-sanctioned execution that we all saw unfold, unless there is some kind of justice that takes place and we get the name of that officer and that officer is prosecuted. So I ask that law enforcement, we have oversight over them. I am the oversight ranker. Let's go ahead. In fact, I make a motion that we have a hearing in the oversight subcommittee as it relates to this particular issue and what took place.
The gentlelady was not recognized for purposes of motions. Does anyone else seek recognition? Seeing no others, the question now occurs on the adoption of.
Yeah, like, oh my God. And then they care about saying the F word, but they don't care that the president has F-worded children.
Mm-hmm. Or what about fascism? That's a F word that we should be worried about. Yeah, that's a good one. I can't stand the potty mouth police, man. They be all up in the fucking Don Lemon Show chat, and I like to shut their asses down. If you cannot fucking stand the F word, then go hide under your fucking covers and get off the goddamn live, because you
clutch your pearls.
Hey, bruh, you are not going in the game.
What kids are watching this? And even if it were like government students, they're like high school, and I'm pretty sure they've all heard that word by now.
Hey, you can be on the team, but you are not going in the game. You can be the water boy. All you bitches that can't stand profanity,
right?
You can get
Cassie
the fuck
brings
out
up such a good point. She said the F word in a quote, I might add.
Right.
The president literally
calls
calls
all the
people
time.
Yeah.
And bombs people. Hello.
There's over 75 dead in Venezuela from the capture of Maduro. I just want to point that out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know,
I think like 80 plus.
Yeah, I've heard different. All right, so now let's see how the other side.
Oh God. Get your barf bags ready.
Get your barf bags and your joints and your alcohol.
Folks, this information is critical to any analysis of whether this was justifiable use of lethal force today in Minneapolis by that ICE agent. I have looked at least 3 different video angles of this incident. And let me tell you something. That ICE agent not only had the opportunity and the time to get the hell out of the way, but he himself approached the front of the victim's car. But check out this latest reporting from NBC News. ICE officers approached vehicle in a manner counter to their training, according to a DHS official. The way that those ICE officers approached that car was not how they were quote unquote trained. And that's a huge assumption, by the way, that the shooter had been trained at all, considering the hiring that they've been doing at these agencies. But check this out. ICE officers are trained never to approach a vehicle from the front. That's what this guy was doing. To approach vehicles or possibly armed people in a tactical 90-degree angle to prevent injury or crossfire. That guy got the hell onto the side of that woman's car to be able to shoot her in the head from her open driver's side window. They're trained not to shoot at a moving vehicle. He fired at least 3 or 4 shots, right? They're trained only to use force if there's an immediate risk of serious injury or death. Again, that ICE agent could have moved the hell out of the way. She was clearly backing up the car to pull to her right to go away from the location, not to ram them, not to run them over, not to kill or hurt them. And it's amazing, right? Because they are trained and they're told that if you fire at a vehicle, it's not going to stop that car from moving in the direction of you as the cop. So don't fire at a moving vehicle. But that's exactly what that cop did. I'm telling you right now, it's not a clean shoot. And don't be surprised if they try to make it seem like it is. But don't believe what Trump is saying, and certainly don't believe what puppy killer Kristi Noem's telling you, because everything they're telling you are lies. Folks, this.
I love her. I love Katie Fang.
Yes, that is Katie Fang. I believe she was on MSNBC.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck.
It's MS now.
MS yesterday.
Yeah, she's brilliant. Isn't the minimum required for them like 14 push-ups? If that, I think she talked about yesterday on Dawn's show how like I think it's supposed to be 5 or 6 months training is at least what like police officers and stuff go through. And I think for these guys it's barely 47 days because he's the 47th president.
Yeah, come on now. Honestly, that's like on some.
Marley, I agree. Isn't it common sense to move out of the fucking way?
For real. Like, we're literally dealing with people that, like, do that. Like these people are rabid, animal, heathen, disgusting, frothing at the mouth.
Especially people like her.
Cross-eyed people.
Especially people like her. She got too much plastic in her face, I think. So, like, the brain cells have just... They all got the MAGA face, and they all look like this, and nothing moves when they...
Y'all ever seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre? That's like Kristi Noem's, like, family right there.
Jesus. Oh, man. This is... Fuck these people. This pissed me off. Not that everything hasn't.
Really, you fucking punk? That's what you're gonna fucking do?
What?
You know what the fuck is that is for? What is that for? What is that for?
Back up.
What is that for?
Back up.
You're gonna push me? What is that for?
Back up.
What was that for? You don't give a fuck about her? Bro. This is why we're here.
Back up.
This is why we're here. Really, you fucking...
That's fucking foul, bro. That's foul.
I love what Jazzy said. Did you see her the other day? She looked like she had cement injected into her cheek.
Damn.
Not only that, the idiot got hit a few months earlier and had surgery for standing in front of a car. Oh, the guy who shot.
The same dude?
Yeah, stupid. Stupid is as stupid does.
I didn't even know that. Sorry.
Is that what he has PTSD from? Standing in front of a car?
That was a popcorn kernel. Wait. So this dude, he already been known to stand in front of vehicles. Like, this is like what he liked to do. Oh my God.
Apparently he was dragged 100 feet.
But I did not. Bitch, where?
Bro, don't go near a car at that point.
Oh, he was dragged 100 feet in the first one?
He broke a window, reached in to unlock the door. Yeah,
and then he was dragged. Damn.
That's
why would you put him back out on the street?
He sounds like he's allergic to cars. Only the best and brightest.
Like what? He obviously does not know how to cross the street.
Yeah, that must be it. Lizzie says people in MAGA have been seeing that video and confusing the two. I wouldn't be surprised.
Like, bro, can you look left and right first?
All right, here we go. Aaron Parnas, once again.
Yeah.
We have breaking news at this hour. It appears as though the White House cover-up of what happened in Minnesota yesterday has begun. According to the Associated Press, Minnesota investigators, state investigators, say they cannot access evidence after the horrific ICE shooting, and the FBI will not work with state investigators jointly on a probe of what happened in Minneapolis.
Of course
This
not.
is breaking right now from the Associated Press. That is significant because that means that the federal government is not allowing state officials, state investigatory officials, from looking at what evidence there is in the horrific shooting of Renee Nicole Good. Remember, this is a state issue at the end of the day. State prosecutors can prosecute that ICE agent. They can conduct an investigation. They can launch a grand jury into all of this. Federal government doesn't have much jurisdiction, but because it was an ICE-involved shooting, the FBI is involved and the federal government does have access to the evidence here. But it's not allowing state investigators to have access right now. Spread the word, follow for more. We have breaking news at this hour.
The internet has been saying too that like state should step in because if he gets charged by the state, Trump can't pardon him.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I'm like, I really think that the states need to kind of like do something before they can really get their hands on this shit. It's just gonna make it harder. We gotta jump on this shit fast, bro.
Do you think the federal government threatened the state? Nothing surprises me anymore.
Man, fuck them. Ain't nobody afraid of these bitches, bro. Really. Like, I like what Tim Walz is doing with having the National Guard at the ready. I really do.
And then you got the mayor. This ought to be good.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Mr. Mayor, after you told ICE to get the F out of the city, I've seen a lot of Republicans here in Washington criticizing those comments, saying that you're escalating tensions with that. Can you respond to them? And what do you say to them tonight, people who criticize those comments?
I'm so sorry if I offended their Disney princess ears, but here's the thing. If we're talking about what's inflammatory, on the one hand, you got someone who dropped an F-bomb, and on the other hand, you got someone who killed somebody else. F-bomb, killing somebody. I think the more inflammatory action is killing somebody. And so, once again, let's be real and just honest and straight up about what's happening here. This is not okay. The way they're coming into cities, not just Minneapolis, but around the country, is not okay. Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, you should understand the importance of constitutional law enforcement. You should understand the importance of not discriminating based on race and randomly plucking people off the street because they're Somali or Latino. And especially from what we've seen, you should also understand the importance of de-escalating tense situations, not killing people and yanking out a gun. And so, again, I'm not going to preempt the investigation. It is important that we do that. And at the same time, you want to make a big deal about an F-bomb. Let's make a big deal about our Constitution. I think that's probably the better route.
I'll say it.
That man is hot as hell, and he should run for governor.
And this,
Yeah.
That was cute at the end there.
That man is hot as hell.
Yeah. I agree. Hey, isn't that open?
Right? Like how well
The governorship for Minnesota is open. Go ahead.
People think Klobuchar is gonna run for governor.
Okay, well, why can't he run for governor?
I don't know.
Klobuchar is cool too. I mean, I suppose. I don't know. What do you think about her? I don't know much about her like that.
I like her.
She seems all right.
Yeah.
He seems cool though. I fucks with him. So if he decided to, I wouldn't be opposed to.
You should probably watch this clip.
Life was a self-proclaimed poet from Colorado.
Oh, God.
With pronouns in her bio. A 37-year-old white woman named Renee Good. The Daily Mail says she leaves behind a lesbian partner and a child from a previous marriage.
Jesse Waters, I know that you are a spineless worm, and that is an insult to worms because at least they serve a purpose. But if we're going to bring back old school style bullying, I would love to participate. Let it be known that Jesse Waters also has children from a previous marriage. Shocking, I know. He was married to a woman named Naomi. From 2009 to 2019, he had 2 children with Naomi. Now, guess why that marriage ended? If you were going to guess that he had a public affair with one of his writers, you'd be correct. That's right. Jesse did the one most unprofessional thing you could do, which is have a sexual relationship with one of his coworkers. Not just one of his coworkers, one of his subordinates, which really makes it disgusting. And he was doing this while his wife was at home taking care of his 2 young children. Now, Jesse, if you want to go on Fox News and preach your higher morality, I would suggest that you maybe practice even common basic decency in your own personal life. Otherwise, I think you're going to come across as a little bit of a hypocrite, don't you think? You should probably watch this clip.
Life was a self-proclaimed...
Like, oh my god, pronouns in her bio.
But yes, he did he said that he let the air out of someone's tires so that he could have an excuse to give them a ride home.
Isn't this also the same fucker who was like,
he should be investigated?
Isn't this also the same fucker who was like, look at how he drinks a straw? That means he's not a man.
Yeah. No, Jesse Waters is gay. He's gay. Okay.
Yeah.
I told you guys, we have talked about this before multiple times on this channel. These closeted gays are dangerous. Closeted gayness is unhealthy. Do not do it. If you are gay, please go to therapy. And you're a closeted gay. If you're a closeted gay, go to therapy. Release yourself. You'll feel so much better, and you won't be like Jesse Waters. And I know you don't want to be like Jesse Waters or Nick Fuentes or
Benny Johnson,
or JD Vance or Lindsey Graham or all these Mike Johnson. I know you don't want to be like that. That is not who you want to be like. Okay. So just get that gayness out and let it be free, because you know what? I love my gays. I really do. Some of my best friends.
And guess what? They don't try to take away others' rights.
Exactly. Yeah, and they're actually quite fun. You'll love it.
Just because I haven't used this clip yet.
You get to hang out with other pretty girls and they'll actually like you.
No, before this is over, I'm gonna need a whole lot of serious therapy. Look at my eye twitching.
That's one of my favorites. I love that clip. But anyway, this was outside after the murder.
Yeah, so there was a lot going on, you guys. So I mean, there's video upon video upon video upon video of all the protests and all the good energy that's being spread in opposition to this horrible, horrific act. And you know, I don't like to make it black and white, but sometimes we do have to go there. But I like how Minnesota had always they've been going through a lot right now, and I like how they stay strong. They're some of the most formidable people. So when this is all said and done, they get in a medal of honor for being like one of the leaders of the time right now. Sorry, I got something a little bit in my eye right now, but but
You sure
yeah,
it's not twitching? Look at my eye twitching.
look. But yeah, I don't know. There's, video upon video. So if you want to get into that, they're very inspiring. They kind of juice you up and kind of, make you feel good and make you want to get out there too. So I highly recommend y'all just go on YouTube and kind of go down your own rabbit hole and see what everybody else is doing in your community and around, and see how you can get inspired or can help out to like really do something. You know what I mean? So.
And then here is also what went on though too.
Get back! Get back! Get back! Get back! Get back! Fuck off! All that video! You fucking kill someone else! Kill someone else! It's not worth it, man. Go another way! Move! Go another way! Move! Go another way! Behind us! Move! What are you doing? Breaking families, man! You're breaking families, motherfucker! Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Hey, let the vehicle move! You guys are breaking families, man! You can't be doing that!
Like, and yeah, we see Barbara in here, like there. So thank you for being here, Barbara, and just kind of hanging out with us. And
I saw them spraying stuff in people's faces.
Yeah, but that's what's been going on for a minute. There, Chicago, a whole bunch of other places, New York, of course, all over California. Not so much where I'm at, but like definitely LA. They laid off. Actually, the National Guard is gone. Gavin Newsom was able to get them to just leave. So they're not even here anymore. But you guys, I highly implore all of the other states, if you need advice, get them to call Gavin Newsom and ask for help, because we got that shit under control. So ask for help, like we're here for each other, dude.
Also the same people who have literally shot like pastors in the face.
Oh yeah, 100. Yeah, and you guys do have a different demographic as well, so I can't say that that's the easiest way. Oh yeah, this was a very good, actually very sad.
Governor Walz has just announced that they may be at war with the United States government. He has issued a warning call to the National Guard of Minnesota. They have about 7,500 who are in active training this week, with a total of 13,000 service members. He said the National Guard is there in Minnesota to protect U.S. citizens against ICE, and he will deploy them if necessary. He said this administration is governing through fear and terror, and that the U.S. citizens in Minnesota obviously need protection from the U.S. government at this point. He said ICE agents were tampering with evidence after they took this woman's life. He said not only do we have the right, but we have the duty to protest, but he encouraged everyone to do it peacefully. He said that we have the right to march and to gather, to hold signs, to yell what you want. He said over and over again to avoid any kind of violence. We have hit a tipping point in this country. The Trump administration has decided to take out anybody in their way. Please stand with Minnesota. Governor.
So I want to say this, like, yes, they are just tampering with everything. We really need to, I think all the other Democratic states that they're obviously targeting and isolating need to stand together, have their National Guard at the ready the same way that Minnesota is. I think that we all need to just be ready. You know what I mean? I don't know who that lady is, but I've been seeing her more and more on my algorithm. I'll look more into her, but she has been popping up just recently, and I like the work that she's been doing. She's more of a new one that has surfaced on the thing. Anyway, let's just keep moving on. Thanks so much for being here, you guys. It's always fun hanging out. I know this is a longer stream, but hey, we chilling. This is our Thursday stream. We just chilling.
Let's talk about one of our least favorite things, the Trump tracker. Monday was like, I think like 2139. Now we're up to 2169. So 30 new things.
That's crazy. Yep. Hey, look. Hey, this is all the fascism. Can we remind our audience of how much they've done with the Project 2025?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Much progression they have made with that tracker, because this one was stuck at 49% for a long time, or 48 or something, and then it now it's at like what, 51?
Yeah, hold on.
That's the most dangerous one.
Yeah, we're still at 51%.
Yeah, it was at 49 for like months and months and months, and then it started ticking up hella fast. Can you expand it a little bit? Can we see like what ticked up a little bit?
Yeah, let me.
Because they had it like categorically, right? Here, let me zoom in.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Progress by agency. USAID is complete with what they wanted to do. These are the ones that
have been done.
Yeah.
The White House ticked up because that wasn't as high as it is, but now it's
Commodity Futures Trading Commission. Oh, okay. So that was only one objective, and then public broadcasting was one objective. But the thing about USAID is 6, and they've basically
that was one of the first ones they did.
Department of State is 11 objectives, and it's 77% complete.
Yeah.
Department of Interior, 67% complete. U.S. Agency for Global Media has 3 objectives. It's 67%, so they have 2 out of the 3 done.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, they're taking these things off because I think like the Justice Department wasn't quite as high. Education wasn't quite as high.
Yeah, education is almost at 50%.
Yeah.
Like that's CDC is at 31%.
Yeah, that was really low when we first started looking at it, huh?
Some of the ones that they haven't touched yet are the Federal Trade Commission, Federal Election Commission, Federal Reserve, NIH, and FDA. They haven't touched it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Being the big word here.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like the White House has upticked quite a bit as well.
We need some Malcolm X energy. Yes, we do.
Yeah, something. We need like Jesus.
So here is, by the way, my article that I wrote while I was trying to get on Dawn's show, but I didn't, but that's okay. I just wrote about how I feel today, so you should check us out on the Substack. It's not very long.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got a fun little video of one of my favorite people just ripping Trump apart for the end. All right, there we go.
I have a question. How do you guys constantly defend the biggest whining titty baby on the planet?
Excuse me, did all the executives of CBS lose their jobs on 60 Minutes? Yes or no? Yes. Was it a word salad edit? Yes.
No.
Did they breach their covenant as reporters? Yes.
I have a question. How do you guys constantly...
I love her.
Yeah.
and like their other names are like Kankles McTaco Tits, and just we have to find our comedy somewhere.
Oh yes, we must. I need to catch up on my Josh Johnson. Everything's just been kind of moving so fast.
The Daily Show was good this week too. On Monday he had Mark Kelly on.
Oh, I did see that, but
he got there and Mark Kelly shows up and Jon Stewart's like, "So how was your day?"
Yeah, no, I gotta catch up on some nice stuff. Man, it's only 6 o'clock. It feels so late. I feel like
it's 9:15 here, but yeah. So I am so happy because we stayed above double digits for most of the show. So thank you guys all for being here. We're so happy that we have new viewers of friends from all these places. So tell more people about us. You know, we do enjoy this. We don't do it for the money because there is no money.
Yeah.
And we gained 2 subscribers from tonight, so that's always fun.
Yay! Thank you guys so much. Yeah, so Katie pretty much gave off the spiels. We do have our Substacks pop in. We got the the Millennial Gangsters. That's our Instagram, millennial.gangsters92. Again, that's where you can always find updates there. I have the May Money Sideshow. Katie has Katie's Corner when we feel like just popping
tomorrow
up.
I'm probably going to do a Katie's Corner on a lot of the stuff with like vaccines and healthcare. So I'm not sure exactly when, but I'll try to give a little warning before I go live.
So you know where we be. So we love y'all, and y'all make sure to take care of each other and eat some good food, and stay above water, breathe deep breaths. We gonna stick in this together. And so anywho, it's been a long day, and it's gonna be a long year, just one step at a time, as long as we do it together. So
thank you guys.
Thank you everybody. Dalius, Marley, Monique.
We got some new people: Marley, Aztec Priest, Barb. Y'all are welcome anytime.
Angry.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, we got everybody up in here. So if you couldn't see us this time, if you catch us in post, be sure to join us next time. Okay? We love y'all. Take care.
All I said was there's evil afoot. Evil!